How does this photo make you feel? Or what about this one? If you were like many people on the internet, these photos deeply disturb you and make you very uncomfortable. And you are not alone. Many people have this fear and carry this fear with them their whole life. This phobia is known as automatonophobia. And I hope I pronounced that right. I know I probably didn't. And I'm gonna put it on the screen. I've been trying to pronounce that for like the last 10 minutes and I just can't figure it out. But you get the idea.
Automatonophobia.
But in this video, we'll be talking about clips and photos and what causes this photo and what causes the fear of animatronics and why does it affect so much people. And if you guys are new here, I want to welcome you guys to Baxi World, where we talk about mysterious and horror related content. And if you guys enjoyed this video, maybe check out my other content and help me get my watch hours up. So thank you guys for clicking on this video. Let's get right into today's video.
Okay, this is Rob the World saying thanks.
The definition on Google of automatonophobia, I know I'm still pronouncing that wrong. If you guys have, I don't know if it's just me that's struggling pronouncing that, even just look up how to pronounce this online. I've been trying for so long, I still cannot pronounce this. So for now, I'm just gonna say phobia, fear of animatronics. So this phobia is the fear of wax figures, robots, animatronics, and other figures designed to represent humans. That's what Google says. And now, I know you must be wondering, if this photo also involves things like wax figures, why are we only talking about animatronics? That is because when I was doing research on people talking about this phobia, just looking up the fear of animatronics, out of everything, animatronics scared them the most. And this topic also relates a lot about the uncanny valley, which I'll get into, and submechanic phobia, which is a whole different head game and is kinda similar, but I will talk about a lot of that later in this video. Now, the best place I feel like we can really dig into the minds of people with this phobia is Reddit. Starting with a post on a subreddit known as r/phobia, where people basically just talk about other phobias. This person started by saying that, "I'm reaching out to see if anyone experiences fears similar to mine, which I found quite to be specific and somewhat challenging to deal with. Firstly, I have a deep-seated fear of animatronics. It's not just about their movements or sounds, there's something about their almost human appearance that deeply unsettles me. I learned that this might be related to something called automatonophobia, but I'm curious if others experience this with animatronics." Now, with this fear, you can go into the comments below, and a lot of people say, yeah, this person is correct, that is the phobia they're experiencing, and a lot of people are also talking about their experience with this phobia as well, this fear of animatronics. Now, I also want to say that this is not the only Reddit post about this phobia. It seems to affect a lot of people, and it's really bigger than you think. It gives people panic attacks. It's not just like a little fear. This deeply disturbs people and is a pretty serious thing. Now, I really wanted to talk about the uncanny valley. That I feel like fits into this phobia perfectly. And uncanny valley is the idea that robots or something, just like TV shows or some examples in movies, I'm pretty sure one of them was like Polar Express, that a robot or something similar to a human, but you can obviously tell it's not a human. I put in photos on the screen if that doesn't 100% make sense to anybody. And I feel like people really compare this to the uncanny valley just because animatronics some of them do look very human, and it is pretty disturbing, especially when they start like breaking down and stuff, like some of them I showed in the beginning. But speaking of that, I want to talk about another fear. Now, that is the fear of animatronics underwater. Believe it or not, I know this sounds like a weird fear, but this is kind of like I put the definition on the screen, but it is the fear of man-made objects underwater. And believe it or not, I actually do have this fear a little bit, and just by looking at some of these images on the screen, for some reason these deeply disturb me. I don't know why, but they do make me very uncomfortable. But I also want to know in the comments, do these images freak you guys out too? Now let's not get carried too far into other topics, and I like to let's stay on the fear of animatronics. And I feel like the next part of this video would be perfect to go over some clips and videos of different creepy animatronics that some people claim that causes this phobia. Now, the first huge example of this phobia is a video on YouTube called Abandoned Animatronics in Apartment ? Real life horror ? Secret room. And I'm going to be completely honest, I see why some people have this phobia because this video is disturbing. We can see very old animatronics, and each one of them, it looks like one of them some type of gorilla, and then another one with his face pretty broken up. And even when this person, I'm surprised these still work. I don't know where these are from exactly, but as soon as this person turns them on, you can hear weird static behind it talking. And these are pretty torn up and broken, but this was, I thought, was just a pretty crazy, or not a crazy, but like pretty creepy example. And if you have this phobia, here's a good way to find out if you actually do or not. Or even what about this photo that I showed briefly in the beginning, pretty much showing just a normal animatronic, a Chuck E. Cheese, and a lot of people say this absolutely creeps them out. Like, this is very disturbing to them, and they really don't know why it's so disturbing. I mean, it's not even, I mean, I can admit this is not a very good design for the Chucky. Or Chucky from Chuck E. Cheese. It's not a very good design. It is very uncomfortable and very disturbing. And now, guys, I didn't want to cut this, or I didn't want to drag this video too long, just talking about random animatronic videos and showing a few clips, which I still will on the screen for you guys. But if you guys are still here, congratulations, you guys made it to the end of this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different than normal videos. I'm actually doing a faceless video this time, which I feel like helps. I always had compliments saying my voice sounds really good on videos. So I feel like instead of showing my face and using my voice more as the weapon for videos, it helps a lot. So if this video gets 300 views, guys, I will create a series on this where I will talk about all types of different phobias and pretty much how this one was designed just for you guys. But I hope you guys check out my other videos on this channel, and I hope to get us to 2K subs by November. I love you guys, and chase your dreams. See ya in the next video.